Well, Bob, after another exciting day in paradise, later on tonight, it's time for some blackout. I gotta say, I have been waiting for quite some time to replace PUBG with a more polished and enjoyable game that is more along the lines of my type of gaming, to be honest. It's gonna have glitches. It's gonna be a preview. It's a preview. I mean, I played a little bit during lunch and had a blast, even though there was a little bit of a lag every like 5 seconds for me. But again, it's a preview. I'm so excited. I need to get some sleep before that stream, however. So the stream will probably be starting around 2, 3 a.m. in the morning Eastern Standard Time. That being said, another word of wisdom would be, appreciate your tough things that you've dealt with in life. Be appreciative of them. Learn from them. Some of the best learned lessons that you learn in life, a lot of times that stick with you the most, are the ones you learn the hardest. I'm not saying that every experience that you experience in life, you should be looking to experience it the worst so that way it sticks with you. I'm simply saying that, don't always look at the negative things that have happened in your life negatively. Try and look at it in a positive way. I know you're probably thinking, like, that's nuts. How can you look at bankruptcy as positive? How can you look at losing a job as positive? How can you look at getting a divorce as positive? Well, it's real simple. Don't make that mistake again. When you get punished when you're a child, which stands out to you more? Think about when you're a child and you get punished. Okay? When your father or your mother would tell you to go stand in timeout for 5 minutes and then you go play afterwards. Or when you were told you had to wait in your room for God knows how long because you were going to get a spanking. Now, I'm not saying that spanking is a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not even debating that. I'm simply saying, to me, I dreaded the spanking. I dreaded waiting for the spanking more than the actual spanking because the anticipation of that horrible incident that's about to happen to me. And that fear of having that happen caused me to be like, hey, I don't want this to happen again. No, I do not want this to happen again. When I ended up having my unfortunate circumstance of being homeless, I told myself, I don't want to have this happen ever again. When I had my failed marriage with my ex-wife, I told myself, I don't want to ever have this happen again for my daughters. Now, is that saying that people won't make the same mistake twice? Yes, people do that. But usually, you learn from those mistakes and you better yourself because of them. There's a reason why in basic training, we're trained in the roughest type of situations possible. You're constantly having to dudes yell in your face, hollering at you, demoralizing you, constantly get down and do push-ups. Oh, your boot's not cleaned properly. Get down and do more push-ups. Oh, you didn't do that fast enough. Get down and do push-ups. Oh, you thought that cake for lunch was great? Well, guess what? You're going to be throwing it up after you're done eating because you're now going to go do more push-ups at the freaking barracks and you're going to sit in the invisible chair. All the crazy stuff. It would constantly demoralize you. You get done with a ruck march, and you're told, oh, hey, guess what you get to look forward to? Get changed. Get outside for some PT. I just got done ruck marching for 5 miles. What are you talking about? Are you arguing back? Get down and do more push-ups. There's a reason why they constantly would drill at you and demoralize you mentally and physically because they're trying to prepare you for Iraq, Afghanistan, for combat zones where the normal thought process that we normally deal with isn't going to work. It's not going to work. You're going to crack. You're going to freeze up. There's a lot of things that could happen. They're trying to minimize that possibility by training you and just drilling it into you and grilling into you and making things hard for you. So that way when things really are truly hard for you, it'll be like second nature. It'll be like, this isn't hard. I did this in basic training. Think of it in that way for your life and the tough circumstances that you deal with. It might not have happened intentionally. You might not have lost a job purposely. You didn't purposely mean to do it. You didn't purposely mean to be late to work. You didn't purposely mean to skip out on the gym or, I don't know, any other incident. But it happened for a reason. Try and think of the positive that comes from that. So just think of it this way. Like, say you get stuck in a traffic jam or something, or you get caught up, your tire pops. You're like, oh, what the crap? I got to deal with this situation. I don't got that much money to replace the tire, and I'm just so distraught right now. But then, what if, and I'm not saying you should always what if in life, because you could what if all day, but what if a mile down the road, at the precise time that you would have been driving on that road, if you hadn't popped your tire, you would get in an accident? Or somebody else gets in an accident, and you would have been there. If I hadn't been on my mid-tour leave, my first deployment in Iraq, and I hadn't been rotated around as much as I was from platoon to platoon, there was a soldier, Specialist Hess, who was blown up by a suicide bomber. I would have been in his spot had certain circumstances not happened, some good, some bad. I would have been in his spot. That would have been me. So I want you to think about that when you think about tough circumstances you deal with in life. Maybe there's a reason it happened. Maybe it was meant to happen so that way you could learn your lesson and become a better person because of it. Become more appreciative of the things that you are blessed with. That being said, I can't wait to see you all. Sorry about the long rant. Now, wow, almost 7 minutes. I can't wait to see you all later on in the morning at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to get down on some blackout before I go back to work tomorrow. Y'all stay classy. Back to you in the studio, Bob.